Assalamualaikum. This video tutorial is about browser testing using Selenium framework and using TestNG library. The basic purpose of this testing to check the performance of multiple browsers at the same time with different program test or simple scripts in Eclipse by using Java framework or Java language. Firstly, I'm going to run it for the Chrome or Internet Explorer, and then for Firefox and Chrome, Google Chrome. Firstly, this is the main Selenium framework project folder that contains three different classes. One is the browser test that contains different statements that run for Firefox, Chrome driver, and the last one is the Internet Explorer. Then the is other class is first test ng script that contains the code about running different tests on different threads and running it parallelly on all the browsers that I am going to test, like Chrome, Firefox, or Internet Explorer. And last is the TestNG multi-browser class that is using both Chrome and Firefox, and the last is the Internet Explorer, and run it. That is the cross-browser testing. I'm executing it step by step. First, the browser test class, and let's compile a little bit soon. Browser test.java. I'm going to run it. It's on a little slower as Java application, and it will basically launch the Internet Explorer and open the specific website that is given in driver.tree website, and it sleep after 3000 milliseconds, and then it will close. It will executing in a bit, and it's taking time with 45%. It's launching the browser test class. Once it executed, it should show opening of Internet Explorer, and then showing the mvnrepository.com slide or website, and it's executing listening on port only, like local connections are allowed. And it should this is the initial starter page of the WebDriver, and it will run. It will take a little time. It's showing exception. Let's run it again. Let me run it again. Or browser test. Starting Internet Explorer. Yes, it is running. This is an initial page, and it shows the MVN repository, and after it get loaded, it will disappear for a specific time, because I have used thread.sleep, and as soon as the time and like this, it disappear. Now I am going to run it for the Chrome, and I am commenting this out. I am going to run it for the Google Chrome web browser. Run as, and it will going to run it in a bit after launching the browser test class. This main function throws an interrupted exception that is uh, connected with thread.sleep for 3000 nanoseconds. It takes arguments in nanoseconds. Defaulting to no operation logger implementation, and it will implement. Chrome driver was started successfully. All of these drivers are included in this driver folder. Chrome driver, Gecko driver that is used for Firefox. This is the Chrome page. Chrome is being controlled by automated test software, and it will open the main repository, the same link that is used for the Internet Explorer, and it get disappeared. Now I am going to run this code. The last browser that I'm using, that is Firefox, and for this it uses the Gecko driver that is over here, and I'm going to run it. It will open the Firefox browser and show the specific web link that I mentioned over here, driver.get line. It's taking a little bit time running command, and it should show, and it should open the Mozilla Firefox, and showing the link mentioned. It's opening the browser, and we can see it's a little bit slower than Internet Explorer and Chrome. It's taking more time than the previous browsers. It's loading. It's it's loading, and once it get loaded, and it's disappeared after the specific number of time, specific period of time that I mentioned. Now, coming towards the next, first TestNG script. This package contains all these test cases. At the rate test represents the test cases that I'm going to run, and all of these test cases run for Chrome. Then next for run on different threads, and I'm taking their get thread ID using thread.current thread.get ID. I can see the TestNG XML. Here is the class that is TestNG tutorial, the package, and the first TestNG script, that is the class, and it run as a suite that contains the thread count as 3, because we are using 3 threads to execute this. This at the rate test is used by using or imported by the org.testng.annotation.test, and this is linked with this TestNG library that is imported or downloaded from the internet, and these all coding is done by using the Maven project or Maven dependencies added to this project. Let's run it and see how working. It's 45% test ng result. This is my first case, and it's inside this is my first case, and it should represent a Chrome driver. And the next, it shows the Selenium website browser automation. It also takes the specific time, and as long as the time completed, comes to the inside test number 2, and it open the lambda test how to install TestNG in Eclipse in the specific website that had given .driver.get, and then as long as the time is completed, it get disappeared. Now the next is the last, Firefox. As soon as the full website is loaded, it go to the next test. Inside test 2 is the statement, and 1 it shows the thread ID, current thread ID. Now it will open the last browser, that is Firefox. It should open it and then show us Now it shows the website. It takes more time than the previous browsers because of maybe CS content or different page loading or dynamic content. Now it's loading. How to install TestNG in Eclipse. The lambdatest.com step-by-step guide to install TestNG. It's taking more time. As soon as this is loaded and it's get disappeared after a specific amount of time or period of time. Now coming towards the TestNG multi-browser. Here, before test and after test represents. And now you can see here the default suit and total test run 3 and passes 3 and failure 0 and skips also 0. Results can also be shown from here default suit, and there is a TestNG tutorial package that contains the class first TestNG script that executed the test 1, test 2, test 3, and test output can be seen over here, and I can see it index or pass png open with browser, and it shows the let's see the index.html. What will it shows? Yes, this is the default suite and three methods used and all three get passed, and here is this information about the this is called the test results or test report. Now coming towards the last TestNG multi-browser, here the before test and after test and the test. These three tags are uh, used by or imported by this TestNG library, and here at the rate parameters is the taking a parameter from that is coming from the TestNG 4 XML. It is going to compare the value or that is browser name. The value here is matched and it run one by one, and it matches if browser name dot equal ignore case is it Chrome, Firefox or Internet Explorer. It, let's run it and then see what is the output. It's giving an exception. Parameter browser name is required before test when method but not has been not additional or skipped configuration. Let me run it as TestNG suite. Run as TestNG suite. One more try. Yes, browser name is Internet Explorer, and it will open the Internet Explorer and show us the google.com. Now if I change over here the value, if I say let the value will be Chrome, let's say it is Chrome, and I run as TestNG suite, then it will show the Chrome browser with the specific the browser name is Chrome, and Chrome driver was started successfully, and it will open the Chrome with the google.com website. And the last, if I write over here Firefox, let me check if it's the same Firefox. Alright, and if I run it as TestNG suite, it will show me the browser tab in Firefox showing the google.com. I can do it by putting multiple tests by just copying it at the same time. It will open to google.com and it will get disappeared after a short amount of time, that is like 3000 nanoseconds. It can run parallelly, or it by copying this again. Just need to change the test 2 with test for Chrome, test for Firefox, and test 2 for Internet Explorer, and it will run it one by one, or it can run, you can say, parallelly. And first it check for Firefox, then for Internet Explorer, then I need to change the value over here. The Internet Explorer, uh, Chrome, and Firefox, and it will run one by one by matching the if statement uh, in the suit. TestNG tutorial, and I'm going to close this. Its browser name is Firefox, and this all um, this script was for checking the Chrome, my Mozilla Firefox, and the Internet Explorer separately, and TestNG multi-browser for running it parallelly or cross-browser testing. And the last one is that I can see it in default packages. I have browser test, and TestNG tutorial contains the first TestNG script that contains the parallel testing, and then TestNG multi-browser.java that contains the multiple browser testing at the same time. Test completed successfully, and with the TestNG I can see the results with the pass test, failed test, and all the summary of the class count, method count, with the different of time. How much time taken by test 1, how much time taken by test 2. Let's run it, TestNG, uh, this class first TestNG script.java. If I run it as TestNG test, let's see what it shows for the summary, or what it shows for I can see over here. First it open the Chrome, then uh, found CP emulation version, what version installed in the computer, it will showing that. Then it will show the its Internet Explorer. I can comment the time, then it will remain open for all the three tabs, for Internet Explorer, for Chrome, and lastly for the Mozilla Firefox. The summary and the failure and the past test can be seen in the results of the running suite or results of the running test by using the TestNG library. And then it's get disappeared. Minimize. After a short period of time, it get disappeared after getting loaded, or once it get loaded, it get disappeared. The results of running default test, class count, method count, and default test time taken, it's showing the summary. And the failed test, there are no failed tests. And test 1 taken 17.644 second, test 2 14.437, and test 3 43.565. The first one was the Chrome. Chrome took 17.644 second to open that website that contains Selenium. Then next was the driver Internet Explorer that takes 14, the less amount of time than Chrome, and the most time taken is the Mozilla Firefox, that is 43.565 seconds. These all is the automation testing using Selenium framework and TestNG library. The project contains three main classes: browser testing, uh, first TestNG test, and then testing TestNG using multi-browser. The code repeatedly opens the browser for a specific period of time using TestNG library, and all of the drivers installed in that driver folder and with XML files that is modified according to the changes made in the suite by using TestNG library. And that's all. And thank you.